¿Eres candidato bilingüe que busca destacar en entrevistas laborales en inglés? Te proporcionamos simulaciones personalizadas que te permitirán fortalecer tus habilidades lingüísticas y aumentar así la confianza en los procesos de selección. Pero eso no es todo. Atención reclutadores y empleadores. Necesitan acceder al mejor talento bilingüe. Les ayudamos a promocionar oportunidades laborales y establecer contacto directo con candidatos de nuestra red de talentos. En este canal podrán observar cómo profesionales de su área abordan diversas preguntas durante entrevistas laborales en inglés. Además, contamos con la participación de reclutadores y profesionales en recursos humanos, quienes nos ayudarán a descubrir lo que esperan de estas entrevistas y las nuevas oportunidades del mercado laboral, aquí en Job Seeker. Hoy nos acompañará David. Él es un profesional en el sector de las finanzas con experiencia, también en el ámbito bancario. Hello David, how are you?
Hey, Victor. I'm great. What about you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, and I appreciate also your participation right here.
Hey, not a problem.
David, I want you to introduce yourself, about your experience and anything that you want to share to the audience. Please go ahead.
Okay. It's a pleasure. My name is David Morales. I cannot say that I'm a professional doing what I'm doing right now, but I have around 6 years experience doing what I'm doing. What is what I'm doing? I'm a mortgage loan officer assistant, and I'm also exploring the real estate field. What I'm doing, okay? I'm the person in charge of helping people to qualify or to let them know how to qualify to purchase a home in the United States.
And
I'm also
go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm also learning about the real estate. That is the other side. That is the other side of the coin. I mean, as a mortgage loan officer assistant, I'm helping people to qualify or giving them the advice they need to qualify. And exploring the real estate agent allows me to try to understand a little bit about the market, the prices, the real aspects that may affect a pre-qualification or a mortgage process.
You're talking about the market. Do you think it has been changing like fast around these days?
A lot. Yeah, a lot. In the last 2 years, the market has exploded with the purchase prices. I mean, it's been a balance between interest rates and high prices. When the interest rate is high, the market value goes down, and when the market value goes up, the interest rate goes down.
All right. And how do you deal with that, with a situation like that? I mean, something that you have no control over. You have to cope with those type of situations. And what do you think is a big challenge for you when the market is crazy as those days have been?
The thing that is really crazy is to try to explain people what is the real deal with the interest rate. I mean, they are only looking for the amount they are gonna pay monthly, but they are not having the whole picture in front of them. I mean, interest rate, property taxes, homeowner insurance, property values. Those are a combination that can be dangerous for many people. If you don't understand your finances, if you don't understand how many you can afford, how many you can pay, or if you do not have your finances, if you don't have your finances organized, it can be dangerous for them.
So do you think that you have a liability or responsibility when it comes to dealing with clients that have to teach them how things work as well? Not only to sell a service, but to teach them how the things are just up and running and working as time goes by?
I think yes. Why? Because you have to have everything crystal clear for the clients you are working with. I mean, you're working with one person, and that person is gonna pass the voice to get someone else into the same situation. I mean, they are gonna say, "Hey, David helped me. David helped me to do so. David gave me everything to purchase a home, the advice, the pre-qualification, everything I needed." But if I made a mistake, that person over the years, I'm gonna notice that. They are gonna notice that. I mean, they are gonna notice David didn't do the right things. David didn't explain it in the right way. So if you're having a client, the best you can do is to give them the real information. Everything crystal clear.
And what is that ability that you are now able to identify that you have developed yourself throughout all these years of experience?
Self-learning and fast learning.
Self and fast learning. And how do you think those abilities are going to help you out down the line in your maybe future events?
Because the market is changing. The market doesn't stop. I mean, everything is going out, a new announcement, or every time the information is changing. I mean, the information is not going to be the same. I mean, there is something called guidelines.
And for the viewers, how can you explain that?
Guidelines, those are like the information you need to follow in order to have a real pre-qualification or a client real pre-qualified or pre-qualified in the right way. Because at the end, it's not about you. It's the underwriting who's going to say, you did it well, you did it wrong.
I understand.
The underwriter is the person that is upon the loan officer. I mean, I am the loan officer assistant. Next to me is upon me is the loan officer. And then is the underwriter that is the person that is going to sign for everything.
All right.
That is going to say, yeah, the file was well pre-qualified, the conditions are well prepared, the client is, the borrower's credit is worthy to get a mortgage loan.
I get it. So for that reason, you pretty much have to be like an always ever learner, right?
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Try to adapt yourself to the situation that are constantly turning in for becoming a new thing, that are going to get from you new challenges and new abilities as well. I mean, taking all that experience that you have built up so far, what can you tell the candidates that are in your realm, in your world? What can you tell them just to present themselves in interviews like this one, just for them to get more chances to get a job? What can you tell them? What advice can you share?
The only advice that I can give them is the advice that my prior loan officer gave me. He said, there is always room for knowledge. There is always room for knowledge. If you think you already know everything, you need to stop doing what you are doing, and you need to go back to see if you do it well, or if you have to do something different. Because every client is a different world. Every credit is a different scenario. What is good for someone else is not good for the client you already have on your pipeline. So you need to have the whole picture in front of you to understand everything. It's not one thing, but it's many things involved in a mortgage pre-qualification. So there is always room for knowledge. Keep learning. That's the only thing that is gonna keep you updated.
That's the main takeaway that Mr. David is actually sharing with us. There's always room for knowledge. Keep learning. Keep it up. All right. Thank you very much. It was a really great insight that you shared with us, and it's actually going to help us out a lot. Thank you very much, Davey, and we really appreciate not only your words, but also your experience, your participation, and your willing to be with us and to help us leverage ourselves. Thank you very much one more time.
Hey,
All
it was
right.
a pleasure.
All right. See you, Mr. Davey, and have a great one.